Australia's central bank decided to cut interest rate this week. If you are a long-time subscriber, then you know how to make money on this. And if you are just recently watching my channel, then click subscribe. And right now, I will tell you how to make money on the interest rate decision this week. I will also show you my reversal points right on the chart in the MetaTrader platform. But we will also discuss the currency pair on which it is best to trade with my trading robot. And so here we go. Look, on Thursday, February 18th, there will be news of the interest rate decision in Australia at the Central Bank of Australia. And the previous value was 4.35 and the forecast is 4.10. If the Central Bank of Australia cuts the rate, the Australian dollar will probably fall in value at the time of the news. And we can capitalize on it by selling the Aussie dollar against other currency pairs. Let's take a look at the chart of the MetaTrader right now. How technical analysis can affect the change of the Australian dollar rate. See, this is the Australian dollar to American dollar currency pair. And the easiest thing we can notice here is the support and resistance lines based on the previous highs and lows. Let's take a look at the M15 timeframe or even the M5 timeframe. We'll have a better view that way. And let's see what we should do in case of news on the interest rate decision. On the interest rate decision, we expect the Australian dollar to decline. So, we need to look for confirmation in terms of technical analysis about the decline of the Australian dollar. See, right now the price is between the upper and middle line, the resistance support line. Accordingly, the resistance line, which is at the top, will be an additional stimulus to the decline of the Australian dollar if the price approaches this line. In trading on the currency market, we are always looking for factors that confirm our forecasts, i.e., strengthen or weaken it. In this case, we have a technical factor that strengthens the weakening of the Australian dollar. If the price approaches the resistance line, and if at that moment there is a news about the interest rate decision and the rate decreases, it will be an additional strengthening effect for the weakening of the Australian dollar. So, if the price approaches the resistance line at 0.63066 at the time of the news about the interest rate decision, it will double the sell signal. At this point, we can open a sell trade on the Australian dollar and capitalize on its decline. Also, this reversal point is independent. That is, you do not have to wait for the news release. You can sell at any moment when the price reaches this resistance line without waiting for the news itself. On the other hand, if the price goes down, there will be two support lines. One line is at 0.63.442 and the second one is at 0.63.295. And if the price reaches these reversal points, then from them you can buy the Australian dollar and make money on the growth. Well, and also do not forget that if the price comes to the support line and at this moment the news about the interest rate decision comes out and the rate will be reduced, then the fundamental data will say that the price will go down and the technical data will say that the price will go up. Therefore, it is better not to trade at this point. As they say, money saved is money earned. Therefore, if you do not want to increase risks, it is better not to trade at this moment. Well, if the price approaches this support line not on Tuesday, but on any other day, then of course it will be a good reversal point to capitalize on it. I also remind you that I have a VIP channel where I publish my analysis, my selected reversal points, which I trade by myself. So, if you do not want to do the analysis, you want to trade on ready-made signals at once, then subscribe to my VIP channel. The link will be interesting in the description. Well, if you are just starting to learn the financial market, then in addition to the web channel, I recommend you to take my basic course on trading for beginners. Moreover, you can get it for free. Write to me at the link in the description and I will tell you how to do it. Now let's look at another currency pair also related to the Australian dollar. This is the Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar, and here we see this particular sideways trend. It is quite volatile, especially the last movement was powerful. But nevertheless, it is still within the boundaries of this sideways trend. And that's why you can run my trading robot on this currency pair and in buy and sell mode at the same time. That is, as we can see, this currency pair has a good correctiveness. That is, there are constantly corrections up and down, and this is very good for the trading robot. In buy and sell mode, it makes good money. If you have not tried my trading robot yet, write to me at the link in the description of the video. I will tell you how to get it for free. Well, if you are already trading, run it in buy sell mode, but I remind you that you need to measure the volatility range here. I can measure it for you. It is about 820 points. Well, about 1000 points. Therefore, based on this, as well as the settings of the robot, the distance between averaging orders and the volume of the initial and increase in this volume, you can calculate the approximate ratio of these parameters so as not to exceed the risks. Also use the available funds for trading setting. This way you will never lose money and you will limit your risks. This currency pair can also be traded manually. Let's take a look at the signals here. The first thing that catches your eye is the support line. It's slightly downward. That weakens it a little bit as a signal, but it's there nonetheless. And if the price returns to the support line, you can buy from it and capitalize on the upside. You can set an alert so you don't miss this signal. And by the way, in order not to miss the news, in particular, the decision on the interest rate in Australia, be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel, the link in the description of the video. 30 minutes before the news release, I warn everyone and we earn together. Let's move on. Another currency pair I wanted to look at related to the Australian dollar is the Australian dollar and the Japanese yen. Let's see what we have going on here. There's a little bit of consolidation going on as well. By the way, you can run a trading robot as well. But here, let's see what kind of signals we can trade. Such short-term scalping ones. You like scalping. I know many of you are very active traders. Some people wrote to me today that they make 200 trades a day. Tell me who is also actively trading in the comments. Here is a buy signal from the support line. And finally, let's take a look at the euro-dollar pair. This is the most popular currency pair that everyone starts trading with. And what do I want to say here? First of all, I want to say that I wrote an article. In it, I did a breakdown of Trump's policies, the ECB's policies, Christine Lagarde, and in general, what's in store for the euro in the coming months, and about how the interest rate is likely to go down. Because the leading experts at the big banks are saying that the European Central Bank is going to cut the interest rate. And so that will weaken the euro, strengthen the dollar accordingly. And so if you want to read a more complete breakdown, follow the link to my Telegram channel. There will be this article. And in terms of technical analysis, we can look at shorter moves and short reversals on the euro dollar. Look, right now, price is between the resistance and support line. If the price reaches, still crawls to the resistance level of 1.05316, from here will be a reversal point to sell. Here, it will be possible to sell and capitalize on the decline. This reversal point is based on the previous high. This is a strong high. The price will reach it, and with a very high probability, it will break down. Maybe after that, a long-term decline will start. It is unknown, but we do not need to know it. If you trade in the long term, then of course you trade with a small volume and you have the opportunity to wait, calmly get out of the deal with a small risk. If you're trading with the scalping strategy intraday, as I do, then of course you trade with a large volume and you need short movements. Let's take this line and let's see if the price goes back down. Let's see what reversal points there are. These are the two nearest resistance lines. So let's see. This is where the maximum was. Yes, here it is. The previous maximum. From here, respectively, we can do the same. Buy and capitalize on the upside. However, the last time this maximum was broken a little bit. It was broken here by a false breakdown. And that's why we should take a closer look here. Perhaps to look more closely at this level. The second one, by the way, you can average your position on it. If the price reaches and breaks through it. From here, you can also buy and capitalize on the growth for the second time. That is to average the position the first time at the top and the second time at the bottom. By the way, I have a separate video on the averaging strategy. You can watch it on my channel. By the way, my trading robot works on the averaging strategy. Well, I think you know who already trades with it. These are the reversal points on the euro dollar. Be sure to subscribe to the Telegram channel so you don't miss the news on the Australian Central Bank. There will also be some more interesting news this week on which we will also make money. I wish you a successful trading week. Trade with pleasure. Bye everyone.